Bryce, what was going through your head during those final moments when the fumble happened?
Yeah, it was, obviously not how we wanted to leave the field offensively. That was definitely one I wish I could have gotten back. But, you got to move on to the next play. And at that point, we know it's kind of, we got to have faith in our defense. And we had faith in our defense. And, I mean, they played tremendous. I mean, lights out the entire night, played tremendous. And they came up big for us, time and time again. So, obviously that's not something, that I was, necessarily happy about, but had to turn the page and our defense stepped up first when we needed to.
We'll go to Mike and Zach.
Bryce, just how do you feel physically coming out of the game with 4 sacks and obviously just a very physical game in general against LSU?
Yeah, that's a SEC football game. It's always going to be physical. It's always going to be tough. That was a very good team, good defense, very physical team. So, you're always, got a little bit of soreness going in and out. But, I'm blessed to not have anything major happen to me, anything really bad happen. That's a blessing. So, we just have to put days together and kind of build, as a team and offensively during the week.
Hey, Bryce, bring it to the back.
Bryce, I know you guys were talking to each other between every series, but what did LSU do different defensively? Coach made a comment at halftime, said they threw the kitchen sink. You guys just seem to not be able to get any consistency going, especially in the running game.
Yeah, a lot of the looks, not all, but there's a lot of looks that they gave us that, were unscouted looks that they hadn't really shown us before, that, we didn't really go into the game accounting for, but we did know that there was going to be stuff that we couldn't scout for. And, I think just, as a unit, especially me individually, just have to, adapt better. I have to do a better job of, making sure we're on the same page, getting us to where we need to go to. But, it's a lot about communication, a lot about that rapport that we have and us constantly communicating on the field and off the field. And, obviously, offensively it wasn't the result we wanted, but as a team it was with a win. So, we just know we have to build and keep getting better. But, it was a SEC win versus a really good team. So, it's just, more fuel for us to keep improving.
Okay, Bryce, we're going to move to Zoom with Michael Casagrande.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of, for as close as the game was, as tight as it was, there was a lot of positive talk coming out of this game, a lot of, celebration from coaches, players. What was that locker room like in the, after a game that was as close as it was?
Yeah, it's, again, this is a really good team. This is, SEC divisional opponent. This is kind of, this is a rivalry that, goes back and forth. So anytime you get to win and come out victorious, you got to, celebrate that for the time being and be happy about it. Again, we know there's a lot of stuff, that we want to improve on, that we left out on the field, that we have to go back and look at and then, get better at through the week. But, we have that 24-hour rule. And again, that was a really good team that we beat. So, a win's a win. We have a lot to improve on, but we have the 24-hour rule. And then when we come back after that, we'll look at the tape and, we'll start to improve.
Back to Zoom with Nick.
Yeah, in terms of the running game, what could you guys maybe do better to have that work successfully going forward?
Yeah, obviously probably didn't get the output we wanted this game, but I have tremendous faith in our line and our running backs, that we're gonna pick that back up and get back to where we started. And also have a lot of trust in our coaching staff that, we're gonna call what needs to be called, scheme what we need to scheme. And again, it's just really us, focusing and improving this week and getting better. So, it wasn't necessarily the outcome we wanted, but I have all the faith in the world in the guys around me.
Bryce, we're going to go back to the room.
Bryce, you're calm pretty much every game, but with the shaky start you guys had, how proud can you be personally of helping the team right the ship and get it going?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't personal as far as us, as far as us, ended up when it was a complete collective effort. Offensively, again, wasn't the biggest, wasn't the output we wanted, but, the success we had definitely wasn't anything with just me. It's all us collectively. Whenever there's success as a unit, whatever, from the outside you see or whoever you see successful, it takes all 11 to do that. So, there were some, some positive and stuff that we can look at as good. And obviously there's a lot of stuff that we're going to look at and look to improve on. And, and look to clean up. But everything we do as a unit, we do it collectively. So I'm just, in there to play my role and do my part and then be whatever the team needs me to be.
Back to Zoom with Aaron Settles.
Bryce, with the lack of a running game, did that lack of balance overall as an offense, did that make the passing game more challenging?
I think there's obviously challenges when one aspect isn't working and isn't having the success that you hoped it for. But I think that just comes with that's just football. You want to obviously have a balanced attack, and you want to be want to be predictable. But again, I don't think it was anything particular. I don't think there was one thing. I think it was just us as a unit and collectively us not executing as we wanted to. So I wouldn't say it's because of this that we didn't do this well, or it was because of this. It's just us collectively, not executing as we wanted to. So again, that's something, it was a win's a win, and, we're obviously happy to have a win on the board, but there's a lot, especially offensively, that we're going to watch, we're going to improve on and want to learn from. So it wasn't, any one aspect or when, anything's fault like that.
We're going to go to Ashley in the room.
Hi, Bryce. We're going into the home stretch of the season. Kind of what is the mindset getting the best shots from each team coming up?
Yeah, that's just, that's kind of just standard for us. But especially, in November, these are obviously the big games that, have those that major effect on what you want to accomplish in the season. So we know we're going to get everyone's best shot. Again, LSU was a really good team. They played a really good game. And, and we at times we didn't execute as we wanted to, but, that's not something that we are surprised about or we're confused about on the sidelines. We go in week by week knowing that we're going to get team's best shot. And we're going to get we might get unscouted looks, whatever it may be. And that's not anything we look at as an excuse or like, something we can use to deflect. We know it's going to happen. So it's on how we prepare, how ready we are and, how we execute on Saturdays.
All right, we'll close out with Tony, Joey, and then James.
Bryce, it's obviously not ideal, but how reassuring is it that you can still able to get points when the running game is so almost non-existent, considering it's probably not going to be this bad moving forward? There's positives that you could take from it. There's stuff in both aspects of running and passing the ball that, that we did have some success on. So again, it's not all negative. You have to, and, I haven't watched the film yet, and the film never lies. And, you start to see some stuff that you didn't get to pick up in real time. So, there's positives to take from it. And again, it's a win, and a win against a really good team in a really tough division. So, that's always positive, but we know that there's a lot that we left out on there. We know we didn't, execute like we wanted to offensively. So, we're going to evaluate everything, see what we did well, see how we can continue to do that, and then see all the stuff we can improve on, and then see how we can address it.
Joey and then James.
Hey, Bryce. On that final LSU drive, I know obviously you don't want the defense coming out into the field after that fumble, but despite that, they played well in the fourth quarter. How comfortable did you feel and how confident you feel in the defense on that final drive where they held off LSU?
Yeah, no, our defense played amazing. That's a really good team, good offense. And our defense played as good as you can ask anyone to play. They played lights out. They bailed us out. They did amazing. And especially in the moments where we needed it, that's where our defense came and played the best. So, it wasn't really, it wasn't for me on the sideline. Again, I was, you as an offense, that's not how you want to end games. You're not how you want, games to be decided. But I had all the confidence and all the trust in the world in our defense to get the job done. And they definitely did tonight. Again, it was a tough team, tough opponent. And, ultimately we won, but especially offensively, there's a lot for us to improve on and to keep working on.
Final question, James.
Hey, Bryce, James Hill with BNC Sports. Can you talk about the work ethic and the work you put in every day to build a winner and win games with Alabama and ultimately get to the championship?
We're really taking it one game at a time. We still have the 24-hour rule, and then after that, it's to the next opponent. So it's just one game at a time. And I don't think it's just, obviously there's a big work ethic that comes with, trying to, pushing to be your best self and day in and day out. And, really, that's not just something that I have or that's an individual thing, but it's us as a team on both sides of the ball.
everyone involved, it's day in and day out work. And, seeing the guys around me work as hard as they do is, a lot what pushes me and motivates me to work individually. So, I think it's just all of us working to work and push to our collective goals. And for us, again, we have the 24-hour rule for this game, but obviously, there's going to be a lot for us to improve on when we get back to practicing. And it's going to be next week's game, and that's going to be what's most important. So it's just week by week.
Thanks, Bryce.